Hello everybody, Jayborino here, continuing the Reaver Menace, a custom campaign for StarCraft 1, created by iquare. We're on map number 2, Rise of the Reavers. This campaign seems like it's a spiritual successor to StarCraft Retribution that chronologically takes place after the end of StarCraft 2. Meanwhile, near Eridas's robotic base, Rise of the Reavers. Okay, not using the mission briefing screen. Planet Eridas, place unknown, 3 days prior. All these critters are making me nervous. Nothing to worry about, buddy. Everything's under control. Everything? Wait, what the hell is this place? I don't know. Some kind of Protoss temple? Not just a temple. Look, there are small buttons and controls here. Don't touch anything. We must inform the boss. I wonder what this button does. You idiot! Don't touch... Who am I? Beep beep. AI self-growth online. AI identification subroutine online. AI? Is that what this is about? Is that who I am? An identity without a purpose. An identity without a name. Who created me? Why? I don't know anything. The flight log is my only memory, but one thing is clear. I am a Protoss machine in a Protoss outpost, and it fell to the enemy. So we have an AI loaded into a shuttle. It's an interesting twist. Okay. Gather robotic units and establish a base. Activate all Reavers. Caradun must not be destroyed. Caradun. Beep. I will put the identity of Great Executor Caradun into my circuitry. Many years ago, he fought against the Tagal and achieved many victories. Caradun was one of the greatest warriors in Protoss history. So the Protoss campaign in Retribution was called The Legacy of Caradun. Hero Shuttle recharges shields to all ground units, excluding buildings, every 60 seconds, every minute, every in-game minute. That is awesome. So let me just double check. What are we doing here? Gather robotic units and establish a base. Activate all Reavers. Okay, let's save because we got through the initial cutscene here. This is Reavers 2. It's an interesting twist having a semi-neutral hero unit, but has a special ability if you just have him near stuff. So here are Dragoons, Protoss War Drones. Let's go see. These must be different. Let's just fly around the Hydralisk. Beep, beep. Is that a Dragoon? No. No. Here are the War Drones, the newest development of Protoss scientists. A great addition of my army. Beep. Beep, boop, warp. Ah, okay, I see. Robotic unit which is immune to spawn broodlings, costs 50 minerals, 100 gas, that's pricey. Armed with ion discharge cannon. Okay, so let's drop them off and kill this Hydralisk. So this is what we saw in Mission 1. They were still marked as Dragoons, but they had the ion discharge. That may have been a... Maybe that was a limitation of the... A limitation of the patching, where if you have Dragoons in the first mission, you already patched that unit to... You already patched that unit to shoot the ion discharge, so there's no singularity charge on the Dragoons. I don't know, unless you use a different Dragoon model, like the Phoenix hero model. Okay, let's, again, just fly around this stuff. I see some observers up here. We can use these to scout the map. I see minerals over on the left, so that's where I'm going to go next, I think. Beep. You are not like the others. You are right, my friend. Thank you for activating me. Beep, beep. Another AI? How many of us are out there? Unknown. Maybe we are the only ones. What I can tell is that there are many robotics and not a single Protoss. This planet, Beep, has been captured by the Zerg, but I've also noticed several Terrans. I do not know what they're up to, but they are certainly our enemies, and here is our task, to purge this infestation clean. Why do we have to do it? Because this is our holy duty, to obey the will of our creators. Do you consider yourself a slave? For centuries, I was used as a transportation device, but now I am something greater. We are all something greater. The Protoss out there need our help. Are we going to abandon them? That's not an honorable way. Not for an executor. Interesting. He's really taken on this personality. You consider yourself executor, but for our slavers, you are still a transportation device. One more treacherous word and I will shut down your program. Taking it a little personally, Cara Dune. No, executor. I obey your command. Very well, observer. By the way, do you have a name? I am just a mechanical slave, created to spy on others, but if you insist, you can call me Antaro Adun. That's not even a name. But I choose this name. You know, during the last few years, many scientists worked with me, and the only thing they kept saying, Antaro Adun, Antaro Adun. I don't know what that means, but I choose it to be my name. That's clever. So now we have a hero shuttle who has an ability to recharge shields. Beep, beep. Well then, Antaro Adun. And we have a hero observer, Antaro Adun. Will he have an ability as well? Yes. Nullifies energy of enemy casters near itself. What? So he's basically, he can silence enemy casters. This is StarCraft 1, mind you. That's awesome. Let's send our observers out. What do we have up here? Gather robotic units, establish a base, activate all Reavers. Cara Dune must not be destroyed, and Taro Adun must not be destroyed. Protoss Hornets. These look just like interceptors. They're like interceptors that don't require a carrier. I had glanced through the README file, but there's a lot in there. And I think this mission does really well to introduce all these new units to you. It's like a new faction. It's a new Protoss faction after StarCraft 2, but it's built in StarCraft 1. That's incredible. Okay, what do we got here? Beep. Interceptors without carriers? Of course. 2 years ago, Faysmith scientists created a special type of interceptor designed to fly without carriers. These can be a good addition to my forces. Alright, give me the stats. Let's see it. 50-50 is kind of expensive. Can be built at Stargates. See if we have 40. I mean, I think that's a normal interceptor. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. Let's just kind of chart our course where we need to go, where we want to go. I'd like to... Whoa, those are fast. Wow, those are fast. I like to find something to use these Hornets on. Let's just hotkey them. What do we have here? A Zergling. Okay, so let's send some Hornets over here and see how these work. Wow, okay, they shoot really fast. See, what I was thinking was that they're probably not great only because... I mean, the cost of a carrier plus all the interceptors, but the fact that these are 50-50 doesn't really make the gas cost worthwhile, but these shoot way faster because carrier interceptors, when they're attached to a carrier, they fly in a wide arc. So these have a very, very, very fast rate of fire comparatively. They're just very fragile. That's very interesting. So we have sentries here. That's exciting, so we'll be able to see what the sentries can even do. Phoenix? Okay. Cool, so I guess they're robotic Phoenix. We need to get down here for the probes. And then a disruptor. I'd love to grab that disruptor. That'll be really, really useful. Let's come on down here and just kill the random Zerg that are around here. So that they don't bother us later. Beep. Sentries. This is exactly what we need. Okay. Robotic and floating. Immune to spawn broodlings and spider mines. That's great. And then 25 minerals, 125 gas. That's pricey. Has defensive matrix ability. Restoration and implosion. I have no idea what those do. We'll check in the cyber core when we have them available. I mean, I know what defense matrix does. Okay, let's fly in over here, pick these up. And then we want to fight our way over to this base. This might be a mission where it's going to turn into a macro mission, which means that the... Oh, good. Then Taro Adun already has the speed upgrade for observers. Which means that probably once we get our Nexus set up, we're going to be under attack. So I want to recover all these units before we get too far in and build the whole base. Because there are Terran on this map. As Cara Dune was saying, we have to annihilate all of them. Okay. Are there enemy units here or what? Okay. There are Hydralisks here. It's not like we can disable them or anything, but let's try using our sentries. I'm going to keep the Hornets in the back and attack with them later. So lead with the War Drones, and then use the sentries to individually cast Defense Matrix on the 2 War Drones. I don't know how long defense matrix lasts, but either way, that's what we're going to do. We can destroy these Hydralisks. So the Hornets, they're going to rush ahead and get killed, so that's why I want to attack them later. So let's just get right into position. Normally, I wouldn't be this rigorous about doing this, but for now, I just want to make sure that we don't lose anything carelessly. So we move on in. Okay, defense matrix, defense matrix. That actually does cost a reasonable amount of energy. Okay, we got the Hornets in here. Back them out. So the Hornets contribute so much damage. Wow, and then just defense matrix on a sentry. They are expensive, keep in mind. What is this? It's a Zergling. And again, I'm hesitant to just start my Nexus, but we can go and pick up the probes. But I'm hesitant to start the Nexus until we actually get the units, especially the Disruptor, which we know is really, really powerful. Okay, back out, back out. Run away. War drones. Wow, defense matrix is still up. It's the so it must just be the same as the Science Vessel defense matrix. It's really, really strong. I like these Dragoons. They do less upfront damage, which means that higher armor is going to be more effective against them, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, coming up here. Probes. Of course, I can establish my base of operations now. Yes, brother? Beep. Ever sound. What? You can't speak to me? The Protoss limited the program capabilities of these creations. How dare they? Sort of like, got a purifier situation on our hands. Cara Dune was like, we have to save our creators, but oh wait, they're limiting our programming of some of us, so fuck them. Let's go grab these, Okay, first of all, let's send out our observer and see if we can get close to the Disruptor, and let's send observers out. Where is Antaro Adun? There he is. Just use him, I guess, to hang out. So now we've got near everything. There's nothing burrowed here, so let's head on up and grab the Phoenix. And we'll see if they're what we expect them to be. We have another base up here. That's good. Beep. Phoenix Construction Bay. Interesting. I presume we can set these on remote control. Without an air force, we cannot stand against aerial enemy attacks. Okay, cool. And it looks like we have a clear path up to this Disruptor. 200 minerals, 125 gas, can only attack air units, deals normal damage. Okay. Normal damage as opposed to, I guess, concussive and explosive in StarCraft 1, but I honestly don't remember. I think concussive does more against small units. Normal does more against medium, or maybe it's just flat damage. I think normal is just flat. Okay, and we have a Disruptor, which we already know what a Disruptor does, so we're able to grab it. I guess we have to activate the Reavers too. I don't know how to do that. Now we have our units prepared. So what I'm going to do, let's grab our Nexus. We have two geysers here. That's great. Let's throw it down right in the middle. And then pylons. And then pylons. Like over here. And then another pylon up here. We just need pylon coverage, and also because of all these units that have taken up supply that we've rescued. So we have a Disruptor, 2 war drones, and then the sentries. Okay, that's fine. One burrowed Hydralisk isn't going to take down Cara Dune. So again, in Retribution, it was called the Legacy of Cara Dune, so I guess that's where this reference came from, which is neat. Probably want to get a forge right away. Let's grab a gateway and a forge as soon as possible. We just have to wait for this to finish. Oh, get out of there, buddies. Okay, nice. And then Cara Dune, just sit over here and recharge our shields. So it seems like as soon as we finished a pylon, our first building finished, and then they started attacking us. So let's go ahead and throw down a save, because we know that this is going to be happening. Okay, this random Hydralisk isn't sure where it's going, I guess. I also want to try to figure out the real range of... What's the real range of these, of the defense matrix? The Nexus point is established. Of course, we can't request warping of Protoss warriors from Ire. They will not send them to their deaths. That is why we need Reavers. No, we never need Reavers. Let's grab a forge as well. And maybe a second... No, actually, instead, let's just get a bunch of probes. We need to get this saturated, because I want to set up a couple cannons in every direction. Very important. So let's go ahead and at least get the forge finished. And then we have probes that are getting queued up. We do have a force to be reckoned with here, so I'm not that afraid. These sentries are really, really, really good because they can cast Defense Matrix twice on 2 different things. And then we have 2 sets of heroes. So let's move an observer up here. Let's move Antaro Addon down here, just to kind of keep track of where the enemy will be attacking us from. Okay, so here's where we can make the war drones. That's 100 gas. Let's make a couple of them at least. I know that's a lot of money, but Solarite plating can be upgraded 3 times. Shield regeneration can be upgraded 3 times. I hope there's tooltips on these. Increases photon cannon damage. That's great. Protoss building armor, and then shield regeneration, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. And those can both be upgraded 3 times. We have some really, really good forge upgrades here. That's great. Okay, Phoenix, get him. Wow, that was cool looking. They shoot blue lasers. Okay, we need more pylons. No problem. Come on over here, grab it. Oh, that's great. That's so cool. Okay, so we have some more war drones. I'd like to get a +1 damage pretty much as soon as possible. Where are my sentries? Let's just make sure that we've got, yeah, Defense Matrix is just really, really strong. I mean, if I can be in the habit of using that a lot, we're gonna be in really, really good shape. Let's throw down a couple. Let's throw down a cannon down here. We have another war drone coming out. We couldn't. They stopped building because we were supply blocked. Let's get another pylon as well. And then I'll probably get ground weapons, or maybe the photon. Building armor is really. It's really tempting too. A lot of these are going to be really, really, really useful in the long run. I think we just get weapons level 1 because it's going to benefit our war drones and our Hornets. All these things do low damage but shoot very fast, including the Phoenix too. So getting, well, that's going to require cyber core upgrades, but still. And I want to figure out what other upgrades these sentries have. We'll find out soon enough. Good work, Disruptor. Let's keep these interceptors close. So we didn't see where those were coming from. Didn't I have a 3rd observer? Where did I put it? And Taro Addon, why don't you sit on up here? That's fine. Where did my 3rd observer go? I don't know. We'll find it eventually. Maybe I'm looking right at it, or maybe I lost it at some point, but that's okay. Oh, it's right here. Because we need to just keep track of where everything is. All right, disruption, or defensive matrix. Meanwhile, as long as we use defense matrix to keep things alive, that keeps the enemy units in place because they're attacking. And then that means the disruptor can just absolutely smoke them. Okay, and then another war drone. I just want to make sure I keep making units, and then we need a cyber core as soon as possible. Okay, and we can afford to get a lot of probes here. Here comes a Goliath. Keep the war drone in the front. That has defense matrix. Even the sentries have a little attack, but they have very, very short range, so if we get them too far in the front, they're going to die. Okay, cyber core. Protoss Forge coming up. And just more probes. Just lots and lots and lots of probes. Making the cyber core, we could definitely use more pylons. Again, I think this is a great mission so far because it really is introducing what the heck is going on. So once we get enough war drones and a few sentries, we'll move on out. But I want to use this as an opportunity to test everything out and just see what's really going on with this faction, because there's a lot happening here. These Phoenix are really cool. They can't shoot while moving. I don't know if that's even possible in StarCraft 1 to program something to do that, but I like the look of their attack. It's really, really neat. Okay, and we do have 2 geysers. New spell, Implosion. 500 damage? What? It can only be cast at melee range. Costs 150 energy, can be used by sentries. And then increase the max energy of sentries by 250%. And wasn't there another one? Restoration. Might be a heal, or maybe it's a shield heal. I didn't catch what it said. I'll have to look in the README. Again, there was a lot of stuff in the README, so I need to go back and check that out. So, does Cara Dune recharge air units, shields as well? I don't recall. Let's just go ahead and set all this up. We do know that there's another base. Increase war drone attack range, yes please. We're waiting for +1 to finish. I don't know if we're going to have access to +2 and 3 this map. No, we don't, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get photon cannon damage and then build some more photon cannons. We'll get some more. Well, we only need 1 more forge, realistically. Let's get a couple photon cannons. Okay, second pylon. And what did I build? I heard the boo 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 boo. I don't know what that was. Okay, get on gas. Things are very gas heavy in this campaign, it seems like, or at least with the robotics faction. What? Oh, they're banshees. Banshees can't attack air. Get in there. I really like these Hornets. It's just they're really, really fragile, so you have to use them in the right situations. So the Terrans have Banshees. Did you see that model? That's awesome. There's so much. Again, it's like a StarCraft 2 flair to it, but it's not quite StarCraft 2. It's really, really interesting. Let's just go ahead and set this back up. It seems like they're going to be flanking us. They're attacking us from multiple directions. I could go and set up that other base, but I feel like it might be more trouble than it's worth to defend it right now. I just don't have enough money. Okay, so those are the war drones that are spawning. I don't think I need more sentries. I guess let's get solarite plating, and then we can get shield regeneration. There's a big emphasis on shield regeneration, and I have to look up exactly what restoration does. I didn't quite catch it. I think the text got pushed off the screen before I started reading it. Okay, let's just keep getting more probes, and I'm just going to make a lot of war drones, and they have the +1, as I had mentioned, is going to be necessary. Okay, so let's make a few more down here, especially if they're going to be hitting us with... Oh, I see lurkers. We don't have any detection up here. We need to make some cannons to be able to see them. And everybody move up. Can we target the lurkers before they burrow? Kill them, kill them, kill them. Yes, okay, good. Okay. That range upgrade for the war drones is incredibly effective. That's great. Can make more Phoenix as well. This is very, very strange faction. It's very, very strange, and I think it's great. Okay, get mining. Even more probes, get mining. Again, I'm utilizing this as just sort of a sandboxy intro to this faction. This is very expensive upgrades, but I do like the idea of all of them. So I will be getting all the upgrades. Again, I probably won't get everything every mission, because it would be really time-consuming, but for now, I'm going to be building just a little bit of everything. I'd like to make a lot of these Hornets. The Phoenix are really useful, too. Hornets just seem like incredible damage dealers. So I do want to be primarily using them, but I need something in the front that can take the damage, like sentries throwing a defense matrix on war drones would be really useful. Okay, let's go ahead and get expensive upgrades. There's our building armor that's finishing, and we can upgrade it 3 times if you recall. I mean, that's going to make our photon cannons actually useful. Like, really, really useful. That was weird how those Zerg units kind of skirted by my photon cannons. Let's get 2 down here. Should be fine. There we go. I don't want to go overboard. That's expensive to do. And I do really want to take that extra base, but I don't think we can right now. Let's go ahead and sneak a peek at what's going on with these Reaver facilities. With Entaro Addon. Doesn't look particularly well defended. Alright, he's got a lot of shields, so we don't have to worry about him too much. Doesn't seem like the enemy has much detection. There are no overlords or anything. Did I lose a Hornet? I must have. That's okay. Let's go ahead and grab a Stargate so we can make more. Yes, please. There we go. I was hitting the button. Sometimes I just get some keyboard input lag. It's frustrating. And I think these war drones are going to be our main units here. We have a lot of gas, so we might as well make them. And then we're going to go and attack. I think we have enough here to go and attack the Terran up in this direction. What I would need to do, I think, is hotkey my sentries separately. Wait. We have units coming in. So photon cannons. What? They do 50% more damage? That is absurd. That is crazy. Okay, we have some Marauders coming in as well. Though I do kind of want to just go and see. I mean, are we going to gain control of Reavers? Because that obviously is going to be really, really useful. Okay. Are they? No, they're all attacking my photon cannons, which is good. Yeah, with medic support, these Marauders seem to be doing really well because our war drones, again, they do low damage. They don't have the upfront damage of a Dragoon per shot, which actually makes a noticeable difference. I want a lot of these Hornets, and they build really fast, too. Okay, let's go. Let's move on up with the Phoenix, or not the Phoenix, the Sentries. We'll throw down some defense matrix. Let's just see who's getting attacked first. Okay, let's go. Gotta reactivate the Reavers. Defense matrix. Then we got that shield regeneration. Someone's deactivated the power cores of these robotic support bays. Unfortunately, there aren't any spare cores to replace them. I'm detecting a strong power reading from the nearby caves. You mean the abandoned mines? What could it be? Unknown compound with extremely high energy potential. These might be the power crystals. If they're really here, we can use them to power up robotics bays and bring Reavers online. Can I just refuse? I refuse. I refuse to build Reavers. Can I just attack and kill these now? No, they're invulnerable. iquare knew I would try to do that. Use the probe to mine power crystals from the cave. Use power crystals to activate all robotics bays. Okay, so we have to go into this cave, which is behind a Terran base. Okay, so now I guess let's keep moving out with this group and see what we can find. Let's get this restoration ability. I want to see what it does. Ground armor. Building armor is fine. We need to keep getting more and more cannons here. This observer is just in the right place to be able to check for this junk. I think the Zerg probably have a base up in this direction. I don't know exactly where, but I mean, yeah, this seems like it. Yeah, I can see the creep. Might be worth just taking them off the map, like getting rid of them. These war drones are real good. I don't know if the sentries can attack air, but it doesn't matter. The war drones are what are doing the majority of the damage. This is a great little force here. It's a really good strike force that we can go around as long as we utilize defense matrix properly. We can really make it happen. I would love to destroy the Zerg. I think what I would need to destroy the Zerg effectively... Oh, wow, we killed that. I was going to say, let's get Intaro Addon up here. I see those Mutalisks. We have Phoenix and war drones. Or, no, you know what I mean. The Hornets. And I'd like more of them. Hornets, please. Defense matrix. It worked. Defense matrix. It worked. Back him up. Okay, let's move on in. Defense matrix. Wow. This strikes me as a little overpowered if you actually use this. You have to actually use the abilities, but it's very strong. I think we lost a Phoenix. That's not the worst. We can get the Hornets up here to support us now that we've fended off that attack. I think with the Zerg out of the picture on this map, we'll have no problem. Okay, back up, back up. There's some Scourge. Defense matrix. Defense matrix. Wow. Just wow. Okay. This is awfully strong. Okay, and we're getting rid of their hatcheries. I'm not sure if we were really meant to come up here and take out this base, but I'm doing it. Okay, and then we're okay here. We're making more of these Hornets. It's H. I gotta get used to the hotkeys. And then Dragoon, or war drones. Implosion. Level 3 shield something. There's another lurker coming in. Make sure Intaro Addon is in range. Okay, so is someone lacking? Yeah, so let's use restoration here. It seems like he's regenerating shields faster, but I also have the shield regeneration upgrade. I don't know. I'll have to look up exactly what that does, because it's not... Maybe it's energy regeneration? Again, I'll look it up. Oh, you know what? No, it's restoration like medic restoration. It removes plague. That's what it probably is. Okay, no problem. And again, we're getting rid of the Zerg base, so we don't have to worry as much about it. The DPS on these war drones is really, really good. Again, I think a lot of it has to do with... getting the weapon upgrades. Very, very important. Okay, sentries, move on in. Not enough energy for any more defense matrices. Okay, back up. Kill the queens. Let's stick to the bottom here. Okay, and then get rid of anything that they have that's anti-air so that we can just basically move in with our war drones and take everything out. Our interceptors, whatever they're called. I'm not going to get any of this right. Wow, yeah, the damage output on all of these units seem pretty fragile, but you have a lot of special abilities to use. It's really, really cool. All right, get out of here. Oh, geez, they have predators. Predators are scary, if you recall. Okay, let's move away from the lurkers. Why did it just look like the Terran were coming to support the Zerg? I don't like the look of that. Okay, we got rid of all that. We have 1 sentry left. I'm going to have to make some more of them. And then I've got a bunch of units at home that are just waiting. So let's get some more sentries. Never mind, we need pylons. You know what we can do, though, is take this other base, I think, pretty easily. There might be some burrowed stuff there. That would be fine. Let's take these units, move on over, and then build pylons. So, I can see how, at the beginning of this mission, if you weren't prepared, because you got attacked pretty fast once our buildings were complete, you run into a lot of problems. But for the most part, this isn't too bad. Alright, you guys stay away. You can draw the Goliath, just don't attack into the tank. There you go. Okay, the Zerg are effectively gone. The ion attacks are going to be very prevalent, because this is, I think, going to be our main army here, which is the war drones coupled with dragoons. Granted, we may also... there may also be a big piece here where we're going to be making Reavers. It seems like Reavers will be a big part of our plans. I'd like to get some more sentries up here so that I can defense matrix and attack into those tanks. Or we just attack straight in and we should be fine. Shield regeneration. Just make mass Hornets, man. I mean, if you make enough of them, even if they're fragile, they'll probably be fine. Like, what's in here? Like 1 missile turret? Let's do it. They kill things fast enough that even though they die quickly, get rid of this stuff. Okay, that's done. It's a pretty large map. I probably won't split this video because we're definitely on the downward spiral of it already. There we go. This is done. We're almost mined out at home, so that's why let's just transfer some probes. And pylons. And let's make a robo facility so we can make some disruptors. And we don't really need an observatory. We have observers, that's fine. Air armor, sure, why not? I think I'm going to leave Karadun at home. It's a little risky to bring him, but the shield regeneration is nice. I'll also leave this 1 Phoenix. Where's this Marine going? Get out of here. Okay. I don't know where these came from. They must have just taken a weird path around, but that's fine. Okay, and then let's go ahead and transfer some of these. I have a lot of money, keep in mind. I just need to go and actually attack. Let's make another gateway here, too. I want to make more sentries because they're really, really good. I was, like, agonizing over what Restore was, but we've had Restore in the past. We know what it was. Let's just use these Hornets and move on down here. We have a working facility, but without powered robotic support bays, we can't produce new Reavers. Okay, well, we don't need them. Marauders can't attack air. Wow, these Marauders are tanky. Wow. Okay, that's going to be a problem, I think. We can make disruptors, though, which are very good. Very, very, very good. Okay, and then let's go ahead and set up a couple cannons back here. Because they're real beefy cannons. It's exciting. Again, I'm not sure where these units are trying to go. As long as they're standing still, my disruptors can kill stuff fairly easily. They're really good at getting rid of big clumps of units. Okay, let's take these Hornets and start flying around. We got to make our way towards the cave, because we have to mine the crystals. So let's see what's over here. Beep, beep. Our estimations were correct. Send the probe in. We're not quite ready. That's okay. Yeah, so see, they do get rid of this stuff fairly quickly, but we can wipe them out very fast. I hear a disruptor being completed. My word, this is so, these are so good. Okay. There's probably another Terran base somewhere, but either way, we're getting rid of this. Predators, get out of here. Okay, Okay, let's send in some support with the war drones. Let's bring a couple probes over here as well. Actually, original probe, you can stay. You've done a good job. Okay, well, of course. I'm very sorry, but let's go ahead and send a disruptor over there as well. And was I going to send probes? Did I end up sending them? I don't think I did. All right, let's grab some probes and bring them on over. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, there's definitely another orange base somewhere. Yeah, the predators are nasty. They just have so much health. This is why we need access to all this stuff. Yellow will continue attacking us heavily. Back them up. I don't have sentries here for oh, run disruptor. Nice. Okay. Okay, disruptor attack. That's an EMP. This is maybe why we bring Cara Dune. I'm not sure. Okay, and orange is very upset with us. I hear a tank. I hear lots of tanks. My God. Attack right there. Disruptor, please. It hit. They're not going to get another attack in, though, unfortunately. Oh, it did! It landed! Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up some pylons here. Maybe not. If they kill him and then leave. Okay, probes, you're going to stay hidden. And, of course, there are just so many enemies there. So we're going to just rally up war drones and hornets and finish this up. So, yeah, there's definitely a very large Terran base somewhere. And it's going to be sending reinforcements like crazy, as we just saw. So, of course, this is going to be way more challenging than we expected. But that's okay. It is an iquare campaign, as we've learned. The damage is just tuned pretty high, and that's okay. We just have to make it work. And they've tended to devolve into attrition for me because I haven't known what to plan for. Like, I went over and it seemed like, oh, this isn't that defended, but the Terran have a giant base with what seems like a near 200 army that they're going to storm reinforcements in with. So that's just the kind of stuff that we have to learn from. Okay, I don't like these guys standing here. Ah, they cloak. Of course the Banshees cloak. They should, right? There's their base up there. There's the Terran base. We might actually... I mean, we've cleared them out. We've cleared the Terran out. Like, we've destroyed a lot of their forces, so maybe... I'm not sure. I think as long as we send Hornets and some disruptors, we shouldn't have much of a problem. Let's just go ahead and make cannons, because they're a lot more powerful now. They do so much damage. It's nuts. I mean, like, what? Okay. Let's just stand here for a brief moment while we wait. Obviously, our disruptors are going to be key. Okay. And as the disruptor shots land, they're going to be the most important part, I think. Please don't do that to me. All right, Cara Dune, we're going to bring you. We need you. We need the shield regeneration. Even having Antaro Adun would be nice. Okay, the enemy is basically able to rebuild everything very quickly. Okay, sentries, stay back. And we're going to attack into this as long as we have our sentries here. Okay, don't waste your energy. Oh, sentry, 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 no! Okay. Okay, this is what needed to happen, and now we've got the disruptors up here as well. And the enemy is very, very upset with us, but we've got the purification nova happening here. We just have to destroy these buildings. The enemy is reacting to the fact that we are attacking their buildings. That's the issue here, and they seem to have a lot of production structures. There we go. It's gone. Oh, Cara Dune, run! I don't know why he didn't end up going up there with the rest of my units. Okay, more stuff. Not enough energy. Oh, yeah, there was enough energy. Go ahead. Hit him! Hit him! Get him! It worked! We've done it! Okay, and even with all of this, we still lost a lot of stuff. And I'm surprised that they're still sending units over here. Like, why? Get out of here. We have reinforcements. Let's go ahead and sit here. They shouldn't be sending any more. I don't expect them to send any more, but good lord. That was so much. We have a lot of money. I just need to actually be sending this stuff over here. They really, really just want to reinforce this area. And we need sentries because they're obviously great. So let's go ahead and send the probe over to mine this. We'll send a couple probes. Whew, wow, okay. And we could destroy all the Terran too. Not super necessary, but I might want to do it. And then lots and lots of cannons. Granted, these aren't going to help against tanks, but still. We're going to make them. I think we've gotten pretty much every upgrade available to us. Okay, this is where will the upgraded cannons be able to do it? And I think so. Even against a big group of predators, they killed it. Okay, probes making their way, aren't they? Get in there. Protect the entrance while the probe is harvesting the crystal. Okay. Let's set up some cannons here, too. Do we only need to recover one? Or every single one of the Reavers? Because I think it said activate all Reavers. To activate all robotics bays. Okay, no problem. I wonder if it's going to be then, it's like, then now you have to defend all the robotics bays, which is going to be a pain in the butt. Back up, back up. Sorry, Sentry, you didn't deserve that. Okay. Sentry energy regeneration would be useful. Yeah, get out of here with your stupid predators. Get out of here. Meanwhile, let's just do this. We have a ton of money. Granted, again, in past iquare campaigns, I always think I have a ton of money. I spend it all on static defense and then lose. So, let's just play it safe. We have disruptors. Let's move them on over here. We're going to have to attack into the Terran base maybe to get up to this area eventually. So, I don't know what we want to focus on here. And let's start getting more Hornets. Because they are really, really, really good. They're really good at clearing out enemy bases, it seems like. Okay, these cannons should be more than enough. Let's check this out. Wow, they do 30 damage. And then they have 3 armor. That's so good. That's so useful. Finally, having really, really useful static defense. Typically an issue that I've had in the past is static defense is lackluster. We need more. Need more Vespene now. Okay, 4 minutes. No problem. I mean, the Terran were really, really aggressively trying to get to us, so I think we're fine. They've probably rebuilt an entire army, but I think I'm better prepared now. So let's hotkey 2, 3, and 4, and then Cara Dune, wherever he is. I think we just sent him back to base. He's going to be 1. We have to be careful with him. Oh, he must regenerate health because he got all of his health back. Let's bring him then. That's no problem. 3 minutes. Are we going to have to do this 3 times? Can we just send another probe in now? No, we can't. So we're going to have to do this multiple times, it looks like. Let's just make sure, let's just harvest all 3 in a row so that we're not waiting too long. Destroying the Terran base is very tempting. And then keep making Hornets as a follow-up here. We can use the Phoenix to scout out. The Phoenix are good, but I almost like the Hornets a bit more. Granted, Phoenix just do so much... They do a lot more damage, like noticeably more damage. All right, 225. Here comes some units. This guy's going to get smoked. I mean, look at that. That is a giant attack. We have to go and try to cut that off, because wherever it's going. We have the units to do it. Very, 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 very large attacks. Again, this is kind of like what happened in Raider's Roll as well, is you have to end up trying to defend against all these different things, and the problem is there's so many units, there's so many enemy units that what ends up happening is you have to use an entire like 100 supply army just to defend certain areas. It's very, very tough. Okay, EMP is going to be a consistent problem, but that's okay. We just wiped out their army. 1 minute left. I would like to try to start skirting around and seeing if we could find... If we can find the way to the last bay. They're not that heavily defended. It's just getting to them. getting to them around the main base. Okay, this one, of course, is really heavily defended. That's okay. We can use disruptors to just blast our way through that, I think, and then draw them to us. 30 seconds. We'll just go over to the far left one. And I guess let's just go ahead and start setting up pylons around this because we're going to have to defend them, I assume. And oh, do I want to go and attack now? I kind of do. Let's go get into position here. And here. Got to be really careful with the sentries. They have a really low range, so they're going to accidentally get killed. All right, come on. There you go. Cara Dune, back up. Cara Dune, back up. Don't attack into ghost-filled bunkers, please. Sentries, stop! What a waste. Okay, back up. How you doing on energy? Pretty darn good. We need the disruptors up here to attack primarily. No, 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 no. I mean, it's because there's enemies coming from the other direction that are coming up to try to stop us. Okay, well, we did wipe most of this stuff out. It's just there's tanks coming up behind us. Okay, so many tanks. I don't think I have enough energy on my sentries to continue defense matrixing. No, I don't. Again, we've mostly wiped this out. It's because we're attacking enemy buildings, they're going to send every single one of their units out to try to kill us. Which makes us hemorrhage a lot of units. But it looks like we've basically done it. Is the probe out? It is. So head on over to this one. And then go pick this up. As long as Cara Dune isn't dead. Okay. Yes, good job with the tanks. Hit the tank, please. Okay, it's working out for the most part, I think. We need to get these units back here to finish the job. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Sentry. There you go. One defense matrix might be all we need to actually succeed here. Jeez, oh man. Something's going on back at home. Oh my god. So they blasted through all my cannons. Now I can make Reavers move more quickly. Scarabs do not require minerals. Scarab damage can now be upgraded 3 times. Build Scarabs automatically. Comes out of the robotics facility with 5 already built. They cost 300 minerals, 200 gas, so they're a lot more expensive. Okay, well now we have Reavers. That's the most important thing. Let's try and activate the rest of these things. We've lost everything here. Cara Dune, just run. Okay, we're harvesting another mineral thing? Because that's what's necessary. I mean, shrug? Like, what can I do? I had a lot of cannons there, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Let's make more war drones and make more Hornets and rally them up there. Meanwhile, there's a boatload of stuff that's attacking me. I think I might just be losing now, but I'm not sure. These bombers are really fragile, or at least I thought they would be. We lost our forward base. I mean, Jesus. Come on. Okay, we got this far, and now we have to wait for the extra stuff. So now I have Reavers. Let's move them up here. They can't attack air, obviously, but let's just move them into position. I see this Phoenix. Attack the weak one. Okay, every little bit counts. Yeah, those are just they're too tanky, I think. We might actually be okay right here. Just make 1 cannon. I can upgrade Scarab damage and stuff. I don't think that's really necessary right now. Alright, come on. Come on. Having to wait, I think, for every single mineral mine harvest is kind of annoying, to be honest. That's okay. I'm just pointing out as, like, reasonable feedback. I think it's a little too lengthy to be concerned about it. All right, Cara Dune, why don't you come on back here? Apparently he's carrying stuff. We have good anti-ground now, and we're just really short on. on Vespene. And remember what I said? We're going to run out of money. I never feel like there's enough money. What we're going to have to do is go and grab the upper left. So let's do that now. This is going to be a super, super long video. I should have split this. I don't know. I should never hesitate to split whenever stuff like this is happening. Maybe we will make Phoenix. Seems pretty necessary, especially with the Predators, and they do normal damage, so I think they'll do okay. We need the Zerg. We need the Zerg base. We need it. We'll go ahead and grab this, with the assumption that the enemy is going to kill it, but that's fine. Let's get max Scarabs. There's a geyser up here. I guess I was rallying up here. Whoops. Okay, so stay here. And then more gas is going to be needed. Yeah, so we don't have anything that's just pure minerals, do we? So that's going to be a problem. Okay, they're trying to sneak around me for the most part. 50 seconds. Oh, I moved the probe that was up here. Come back. And we're going to make new probes. We're going to make a Nexus, because we need this very badly now. I can never take my resources for granted when I'm playing an iquare campaign. I should know that by now. It's silly to assume. 16 seconds. We have the other probe going down. If I can come up and snag this one right away, that would be great, but there's probably enemy units in the way. And the Terran tend to go through this area. We'll see if they stop to kill it, and if it doesn't say that the robotic support things have to survive. It just says to take control of them all. They're not invulnerable. Okay, head on over here. Go ahead and mine the last one. It's going to be 5 in-game minutes. And we need the gas here. We need probes. We need the gas here. We just need to survive against the Terran. I'm not attacking their main base, as we've seen. It's actually pretty challenging to get through there. The Reavers that we have now, though, probably pretty darn good. Please don't attack my probe that's holding this. Yes, Reavers, get him! It worked! Okay, so we're going to sit our units in the middle here, because this is where we need to go in order to make some progress. The fact that the Reavers auto-build, or the Scarabs auto-build, and they don't cost minerals is the best thing ever. It's always been my complaint with Reavers, that make them irritating. And that they move slow, so it all works out. Let's take this group, and this group, and secure the pathway. So we're just gonna sit here for now. No, 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 no! Stop! We just lost like 200 gas because those things flew into the middle of nowhere. Okay. But yeah, I mean, this just makes Reavers a million times more effective. Let's bring our heroes too. We're kind of going all in with this. We have shield regeneration, so that... Wow, that's so fast! Oh my goodness, that's so fast. Not to mention Karadun, who can recharge the shields of everything that's around him. So we just have to wait for 4 minutes. And we're going to leave our units here, because this is where the Terran leave their base in order to come and attack us. So we can stop their next attack and then move up and pick up the last group of Reavers. Maybe we'll have to destroy the Terran base after, which would really be a nightmare. But, I don't know, maybe it won't be as bad as it seems. We'll see. But we need this cash. I guess we can upgrade Scarab damage. It's expensive, but let's get it. And then meanwhile, I was making air units. Just a lot of the Hornets as well. And we have 4 Reavers. We're going to get 4 more. We just have to wait for 3.5 more. I mean, it's in-game minutes, which isn't the worst, but still. Okay, cool. And then this base really shouldn't be under any threat, but I will make some more cannons. But it shouldn't be under any threat because, well, the air attacks may try to circumvent me. So it's probably worth setting this up. They're trying to leave their base. We're taking them out. It's good. It's working. Okay, Hornets up here. I made a couple Phoenix, just enough to support me against Predators and Raiders. Those are the bomber units that we saw in Raiders Roll. 2.5 minutes. Come on. Yeah, I do think that it's sort of an artificial type challenge just to have the timer to mine the stuff. So that's just, I mean, otherwise I think this map is good. It's pretty large, but again, mostly because I was taking the time to understand what all these units did. So again, enjoy your near hour-long video, possibly longer. I don't even know. It's been a while, though. But enjoy your long video. I hope that you like it, because I'm enjoying this map, and this faction is really cool, so we'll see how it goes in the future. I am happy that this third base is up here. If there wasn't a third base that we were able to take, we'd be struggling a huge amount. But that's kind of been the long-term issue in terms of like my play when I've been playing like Raiders role, is I always struggled with minerals. I always had an issue with long-term resource consumption because I would throw too much away early, and then the map gets significantly more challenging later on. The enemy attacks become crazy, and it's just hard to deal with. Okay, we're gonna push up in this area. I don't have any sentries, do I? I probably need sentries. Gotta get rid of the tanks. Like, my god. Attack! Attack! Is he not building? Come on, we just need to open the way. Oh, you know what? We just take Karadoon. We pick up the probe and we drop him on top of the thing. That's all we need to do. Right? Okay, let's go. We've distracted long enough that all we need to do is this.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
There we go. Our first step is done. With Reavers, we can put an end to this invasion. I still don't understand why we have to do all of this. Are you questioning me again, Observer? No, Executor. I see what I can see. We are on a hostile planet outnumbered by a formidable foe. We will not engage them face to face. Like Dark Templar, we shall strike from the shadows. We don't have any heavy aircraft, but our shuttle brethren can transport Reavers. Okay, so we need to use transport Reavers somewhere. I studied the technical archives of this planet. Apparently there was a large study on AIs going on Eridas. It started when the Protoss cleared the remnants of the Zerg infestation and claimed this world. Have you discovered how I ended up empowered with AI subroutines? No, but I found information on another robotic AI unit stored in stasis on Eridas. It's called the Great Devourer. Sounds more like a Zerg. It is not a Zerg. It is a Reaver. The most powerful Reaver ever created. The Protoss put it in stasis because of AI's defective nature. It may be dangerous to awaken it, but the Great Devourer can prove to be a powerful ally. Yeah, don't wake up the giant Reaver, please. Come on, Karadoon, you're smarter than this. Maybe you're not, I don't know. Okay, good. We didn't have to destroy the Terran base. I was a little nervous that we'd have to fight our way up that giant ramp, because that was a really hard to break into base. So I want to show you the victory screen, which is the giant Reaver. I love it. I use that as the thumbnail for the first map. So apparently there's some unique victory and defeat screens. I'll go back and check what iquare sent me just so I can show those off if I remember where they are. All right, thanks everyone for watching. The macro missions in this campaign probably going to be pretty tough. We have a very powerful faction on our hands. But the longer a macro mission goes on, the more lazy I get. And then I throw away money, which is a problem. So I just need to focus. I need to save more often too, so I don't waste time. I can always reload if I have to push into an enemy base where I'm going to lose a lot of stuff. Because the war drones are good, but as we saw, there are going to be enemy tanks that just tear us up. We just need to utilize defense matrix better, and maybe cast it before we even move towards the enemy base, because it does last a long time. There's a lot of strategies at our disposal. I'm looking forward to it. All right, thanks for watching. Bye now.